Now we are live, sir.
Thank you. Very good afternoon to everyone, all the students and parents who have spared this time to attend this very special webinar with none other than our founding Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar, who is actually joining us from the United States. And this special webinar is on the BCom LLB Honors Program, the 5-year BCom LLB Honors Program, which is one of our important academic programs. And of course, part of the flagship 5-year law program. Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar, though he needs no introduction, but for the benefit of our students and parents, particularly the students, I will like to read a bit about him. And to not take much time. So Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar, a Rhodes Scholar, is our founding Vice Chancellor. He was appointed as the Vice Chancellor at the young age of 34 in 2009, when the university was established. He conceived the idea of establishing India's first global university, and with the visionary leadership and philanthropic support of Mr. Naveen Jindal, established O.P. Jindal Global University in Sonipat, Haryana in 2009. JGU is one of the only 20 universities in India and the only non-STEM university which has been declared as an institution of eminence by Government of India. Professor Kumar is an accomplished legal scholar and works in the field of human rights and development, comparative constitutional law, terrorism and national security, corruption and human rights, law and disaster management, legal education and higher education. He has 7 books and over 150 publications to his credit and has published widely in peer-reviewed journals, law reviews, and other internationally reputed publishing houses based in Australia, Hong Kong, India, Japan, Singapore, UK, and the USA. Professor Kumar has academic qualifications from the University of Oxford, Harvard University, University of Hong Kong, University of Delhi, and Loyola College. He served as a faculty member at the School of Law of City University of Hong Kong, where he taught for many years. Professor Kumar was awarded the Rhodes Scholarship at the University of Oxford, UK, where he obtained his Bachelor of Civil Law, BCL degree, a Landon Gammon Fellowship at the Harvard Law School, United States, where he obtained his Master of Laws, and he received his Doctor of Legal Science, SJD, from the University of Hong Kong. He also obtained a Bachelor of Law degree from the University of Delhi and Bachelor of Commerce degree from Loyola College, University of Madras. I will take 2 more minutes. Professor Kumar's scholarly articles have been published in the American University International Law Review, Asia Pacific Law Review, Australian Journal of Asian Law, Columbia Journal of Asian Law, Corporate Governance International, Denver Journal, Georgetown Journal of International Law, Hong Kong Lawyer, Human Rights Quarterly, Indian Journal of Criminology, Indian Journal of International Law, Indian Journal of Public Administration, Indiana Journal of Global Legal Studies, Journal of International Peace Research Institute, Journal of National Human Rights Commission, and many other international academic and peer-reviewed journals. So it's for our students in particular to derive some inspiration before they even start their academic journey at Jindal Global Law School. But this session is special because he has both BCom and LLB degrees, and he took 6 years. BCom is a 3-year degree, LLB is a 3-year degree. And the 5-year BCom LLB program being offered at Jindal Global Law School is a 5-year integrated program. And the 5-year integrated LLB has a different vision and I will say idea vis-a-vis doing a standalone degree programs. So we wanted him to focus and to guide our students and parents who have any confusion about studying the 5-year BCom LLB program. We also, I would like to tell you before handing it over to him, that feel free to post all your questions and queries in Q&A. I will be taking it up. The time is limited, but we will like to answer as many questions as possible. And I would like to welcome our founding Vice Chancellor and founding Dean of Jindal Global Law School, Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar, to this very special webinar. Over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Anand. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes. I mean,
can everybody hear me? Anand, you know that they can hear me, right?
Yes, yes. I think Tanisha has started asking question also. And
very good. Listen, it's around 6:30 a.m. in the US here when Anand told me that you're having this interactive session with our potential students who are interested to study at Jindal. I thought it's important for me to be available. So I want to keep it very short and I have 1 hour, so I want to make it very useful for all of you. The main purpose of this session is to unbundle the misconceptions as well as the biases and even at times the prejudices that may be associated with the BCom LLB program, so that students can make informed choices about the very program itself. At the outset, I would appreciate, as potentially intelligent students of law, I will ask each student to take an effort to read the note that I sent. It was personally sent by me. I sent to all students regarding the 3 formats of 5-year law program that we have, and to make a very conscious and elaborate reasoning surrounding the identical nature of all these 3 programs, which are the BCom LLB program, the BBA LLB program, and the BA LLB program. Anand, may I request you to kindly send the note in the chat box as well, so that parents and students who have missed seeing it before can take an effort to read it. I am actually very confident that most of you have not read it, because if you have read that note, it is so clear and so comprehensive. That's the first thing I would like to start with. The second thing I would like to start with is that the 5-year law programs are all part of a same format of law degrees. These are not a BA degree program or a BBA degree program or a BCom degree program. If you really want to study BA or BBA or BCom, like I studied BCom, I ended up doing a standalone 3-year undergraduate program. And we have such options even our university itself. You can join our business school where you can study a BBA program. You can join our banking and finance school, which has a BCom program. We have several BA programs starting from BA Economics, BA Political Science, BA Liberal Arts and Humanities, BA Media and Journalism Studies, BA Film and New Media, BA Global Affairs, BA Diplomacy and Foreign Policy, BA Environmental Studies, BA in Sustainable Development, BA Literature. Every school, BA Liberal Arts and Humanities, BA Sociology, every school has within our university BA programs and BCom programs and BBA program. The program that you have been offered admission to, or you are considering, is essentially a 5-year integrated LLB program. And I want you to make that distinction very, very clear at the outset. Because if you don't make that distinction, you will end up making wrong choices, which I am very confident you will regret later. It is my duty as both the Vice Chancellor of the university, but also as an educator, having studied in India and Oxford and Harvard and Hong Kong, and having been a lawyer and a law professor for so many years, and having had the privilege to establish this university from the very beginning, I would like to say, and I want to say this with all sense of responsibility, the 5-year integrated law program has nothing to do with the BA program or the BBA program or the BCom program. These are all law programs where the purpose of education is to prepare you to be able to be lawyers. So much so that there is no exit point all through the 5 years. In fact, if among the audience, if any one of you are not sure to be able to be wanting to become a lawyer and to study law from a professional standpoint, then you are better off to actually do the BA legal studies and not necessarily the law program at all. So in some ways, the whole purpose of the BA LLB program or the BBA LLB program or the BCom LLB program is to prepare you to pursue law studies and nothing else, and to become a lawyer. Now, let me quickly mention why there are some concerns expressed by parents about the BCom LLB program as to their preparedness for their students, for their children in relation to it. But before I come to that, I want to mention a few important facts surrounding these 3 formats of the 5-year law program. First of all 3 5-year law program formats are located in the Jindal Global Law School. And that's a very important point I wanted to mention. Second, all 3 formats of the 5-year law program are indeed taught by the same faculty members of Jindal Global Law School. 3, all 3 formats of the 5-year law program are having the same academic and intellectual rigor that is available for our 5-year law programs. Fourth, all 3 formats of the 5-year law program have same opportunities to pursue international programs. So, for example, we have a partnership with the University of Oxford, where every year around 35 of our law students go, and there is no distinction between the BCom LLB, the BA LLB, or the BBA LLB students. Similarly, we have a program at Harvard University. There is no distinction between the students belonging to the BCom LLB, the BA LLB, and the BB LLB. We have programs in many parts of the world which are short-term study abroad program, and there are no distinctions between opportunities available for BCom LLB program, BBA LLB program, and BB LLB program. The 5th aspect is for our student exchange programs. We have over 500, we have over 400 international collaborations in 70 plus countries. All these opportunities are available equally for BCom LLB program as well as BBA and BA LLB programs. That's a very important point, because some people end up thinking that the BCom LLB is a program that does not have these opportunities, and that's inaccurate. I am saying this as the Vice Chancellor of the university, and I'm saying this with full sense of responsibility. I also want to mention that when we offered admission to these 5-year law programs, we ourselves did not make any distinction whereby students who get a higher cutoff are given BA LLB and slightly lesser cutoff are given BB LLB, and the lower cutoff are given BCom LLB. In fact, we have had several students above 90 or even 95 percentile who have actually taken admission into the BCom LLB program. That alone shows that as an institution, we do not make any distinction whatsoever when it comes to quality and standards with the way we view these 3 formats of the 5-year law program. Now, let me also clarify a few other myths. I did my BCom program many years ago, after which I did my LLB. But I will tell you this, that like many students who study law, I'm not comfortable with mathematics. Even today, I'm not at all comfortable with many aspects of mathematics. But I want to assure you that if you have to study BCom LLB, you don't need to study mathematics. This is another huge misconception that people have, that somehow if you have to study BCom LLB, you need to be a mathematics wizard. You need to know differential calculus, integral calculus, algebra, and all of that. Completely wrong, totally inaccurate. There is no such thing at all. Now, let me also say that now why these three formats have actually come to be. What is the purpose and the vision behind these three formats of the 5-year law program, especially when I'm saying that there is not much of a distinction. It's a simple regulatory matter. The Bar Council of India, which regulates legal education in India, in their wisdom, have ended up deciding that an institution will be given only 5 sections of one format of the program. So in 2009, when we began, we started off with the BA LLB program. We ended up having ultimately over the years 5 sections. The moment we exhausted our quota of 5 sections, and when we wanted another set of sections for the 5-year law LLB program, the Bar Council said, you know what? You have completed your quota for the 5-year law program in terms of the BA, and now we will be able to give you the BBA LLB, and they gave it. Then a few years later, when we completed the quota of 5 sections of the BBA LLB program, and we wanted to expand, looking at the kind of extraordinary interest among students who want to be part of JGLS, we went and sought another set of sections for the 5-year law program. And the Bar Council of India, in their wisdom, said, you know what? You have now exhausted the quota of 5-year law sections vis-a-vis BBA LLB program and the BA LLB program. Now we will be able to give you the BCom LLB program. And on that basis, we ended up starting the BCom LLB program. And now it is actually a running program with several students already part of the program. The reason I wanted to elaborate this is that the BCom LLB program has no separate existence or institutional identity within our law school. It is equally the same type of program, just as our BA LLB and our BCom LLB, and is attached with the same prestige and reputation and institutional standards that are associated with JGLS Global Law School. And I want to assure all parents and faculty. Let me now ask Anand to upload the framework and the format so that you can actually understand why I am saying that these programs are identical. So just to give you a perspective, Anand, please upload it. There are, in a 5-year law program, there are 5 years of study. There are 10 semesters of study. And in each semester, you end up studying, say, 5 courses. Okay. So there are 5 years of study. Each semester has, each year has 2 semesters, and totally you study 10 semesters. Now I'm going to show you, because sometimes it's important to see graphically as to why these 3 formats of the 5-year program are identical. Don't go by what people say. Don't go by your own sense of misunderstandings and misconceptions. Don't go by your own sense of fears and concerns and biases and prejudices. You're going to be a lawyer. The best way to assess and evaluate any aspect of any decision making is to evaluate on its merit and on the basis of evidence. Let us look at the evidence. Anand, what's the problem?
So, sir, what I have done, I have actually posted both in,
I want it on the screen. I want it on the screen.
So I'm just trying to share the screen, but it's the, already posted on in the chat also. They can download for reading for the future.
No, that's okay. But I want to see it myself and show it to them.
Yeah. So I'm coming. I'm just sharing it now.
Okay, can they see me? Can they see can all of you see the screen?
Oh, sir, the screen is shared and you can have a look at.
Okay, is everybody able to see the screen? Anand, is
Yes,
everybody able to see
students
the
are raising hand. I can also see the screen.
Okay,
So
good. All right. So let me go through this. Well, I need, can somebody move to the next slide?
yes,
I'm not able to operate it.
no, I will operate.
Ask him to approve everybody should be able to operate. Now I should be able to operate as well. Okay, good. All right. So students and parents, now if we see the first semester, look at the 3 formats of the program. BA LLB Honors, BBA LLB Honors, BCom LLB Honors. English, English 1, English 1, English 1. Look at the second course. Foundations of Social Sciences 1, Foundations of Social Sciences 1. Again, the same thing. International Relations, Law of Torts and Consumer Protection, Legal Method. Identical, all same courses across all 3 formats of the program. First semester. All right. That's your August semester. Okay. Let's assume you're joining Jindal in August of 2023. You all study the same courses. Now let's go to the February semester, second semester. You're going to study 4 identical courses. And then what happens? The BA LLB students will study history. The BBA LLB students will do business environment, not mathematics. A simple course on business environment. How does business work? If you are interested in corporate law firms or any form of even private practice in litigation, understanding business is important. BCom LLB students will do audit practice and secretarial practice. Again, not mathematics, not trying to understand differential calculus. If you are even slightly interested about legal practice today, you need to understand the functioning of the legal environment vis-a-vis business, whether it is enforceability of contracts or any such thing. So the first distinction is 1 course out of the 50 courses we are talking, we have identified it in the second semester. Let's now move to the third semester. Again, 1 difference, right? That's the second difference. You continue to do history if you're a BLB student. You do a principles of management course if you're a BBA student. You do a principles of accounting. What is principles of accounting? I've done BCom. It's addition and subtraction. Basic addition and subtraction. No differential calculus, no integral calculus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The purpose is to ensure that tomorrow, if you end up working in a corporate law firm, you should be able to understand the balance sheet of a company or a corporation. You should be able to have some sense of what profit and loss is. This is actually a life learning skills. Even if you don't work for a corporate law firm, even if you have your own enterprise, even if you are working for a litigation, even if you become a judge, understanding the basic principles of accounting is so foundational for you to be an effective lawyer. And that's why there is this course on principles of accounting. Now, let's go to the 4th semester. In 4th semester, you have a course on legal psychology, which happens, now in the 2nd year. You are still in the 2nd year, 4th semester. You have a course on business psychology and organizational behavior, another course on business psychology and organizational behavior. Both the BBA students and the BCom LLB students do. It's essentially what is business psychology? It's about consumer behavior. Why does essentially, if Amazon sells a product, and why people are tuned to going with that product. What are the type of factors that shape the decision-making process of a potential consumer, which all of us are, you and me. Nothing is rocket science here. It's another course that is the difference. So now I've identified 3 different courses so far, okay? You are in the second year, 4th semester. All right. Look at this. In the 5th semester, you have, now you move into pretty much similar type of courses because all students are able to take the same type of electives. The BBA and BCom LLB students have an option to study corporate finance, but BA LLB students also can take those courses as well. And why those are important? If you want to be even slightly part of the corporate world, understanding the corporate law and corporate world, understanding corporate finance will be able to help you do that. So that is a 4th course that we have identified so far vis-a-vis distinction between BA LLB as well as BCom LLB. Now let's go to the 6th semester. All identical courses. You are again now in the 3rd year of a study. All of them are identical, no distinction. Look at the pages: administrative law, alternative dispute resolution, company law 2, law and critique. All of them are same. Every format of the program have same electives and courses. Now you are in the 4th year, 7th semester. Look at it. Look at it. This is what people have got it wrong. Every course is same, regardless of whichever format of the program you are studying. Look at the courses. Each of those courses are identical, whether you are BCom LLB, BBA LLB, and BA LLB. And now you are in the 8th semester, which is the 4th year. Again, identical set of courses on drafting, trade law, banking, and moot court. Look at it. Law of banking, you might have thought that this is a BCom LLB course. No, it's a compulsory course for BA LLB, BBA LLB, and BCom LLB. So these are all lot of misconceptions parents and students have. In fact, a few days ago, a parent called up, my son doesn't want to study banking, but banking is a compulsory course, so he doesn't want to join BCom LLB. I said, what are you talking about? Banking is a compulsory course in BA LLB as well, BBA LLB as well. And then the parents said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. And now they have joined it. So there is a lot of misconceptions are prevailing. And it's important for parents and students to understand these misconceptions so that they don't make wrong decisions and regret later. Now we come to the final year of the 5-year law program, which is basically the 9th semester. Again, identical courses, which is all these courses which you see. And then you have the 10th semester, identical courses that you see. So basically, you see, of all these 5 years, out of 50 plus courses that we are talking about, you have exactly 4 courses which are different. And those, if a BCom LLB student wants to say, oh, I want to still study history, we are giving the option through cross-listed electives. If a BCom LLB student wants to say, oh, I want to study legal psychology, we will make provision for them because we have cross-listed electives. So I want to end this particular part of the presentation by saying to all of you that absolutely no distinction that is of material significance for you to be concerned about. These are opportunities of learning. Ultimately, you can't have a situation where there are over 51 courses in which 3 to 4 courses are slightly different between the BCom LLB and the BA LLB, because of which you lose the opportunity to study in the 5-year law program. That would be not only a very unwise and imprudent decision, but also you will be depriving yourself of a great opportunity to study at clearly one of the top law schools of the world. Now let me close by bringing a very important information to your notice. From the standpoint of your internships and career opportunities, There is absolutely no distinction whatsoever in BCom LLB. If at all anything, the BCom LLB will give you greater opportunities in the corporate world in particular, not because of the distinction in the nomenclature of the degree, but the knowledge and perspectives you might have gathered with regard to certain subject matters that you would have studied in the course of your BCom LLB. So if you have any interest whatsoever to work for a corporate law firm, to work for a trade law firm, an investment law firm, to be worked in the areas of commercial law, either in a law firm or in a corporation or an in-house counsel, or doing commercial litigation, which every lawyer, whether you are in the Supreme Court or in the High Court or in the lower court, should do. For those people, this BCom LLB courses will prepare you to help you understand the corporate world better. And in that sense, it will position your candidature better than others, not again due to the nomenclature of the degree you're going to receive, but because of the knowledge, perspectives, and skills that you have gained through the courses that you have studied. I think I have pretty much covered everything, Anand. I have
Yes,
another 25 minutes. I'm
I
happy
know.
to take questions.
So actually, the first set of questions which are asked by quite a few students, that is about they are from humanities background. Tanisha has asked a question, and the students from arts background, how good it is to opt for BCom LLB. Another one, that I am from humanities, whether it will be
Sorry.
difficult.
I didn't understand the first question. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, I am from the arts background, from the humanities background. Should I opt BCom LLB?
Oh yeah.
And
What's your
will
name?
Tanisha has asked, Tanisha Agrawal.
Okay, Tanisha, that's a great question, Tanisha. You don't need to be worried at all about this. The all three formats of the 5-year program are completely discipline agnostic, meaning it is indifferent to any discipline that you have studied. You could have studied computer science or mathematics, you can join BA. You could have studied commerce and accountancy, you could join BA. You could have studied computer science, you could join BCom. You could have studied humanities and social sciences, you could join BCom. We do not expect any prior knowledge or skills that you need to have acquired to be able to join the BCom LLB program. Rest assured, you will have absolutely no difficulty to cope up with the curriculum and the course structure. You need to trust us in this, because I am saying this with many years of experience of being a lawyer and a law professor and having studied in law in different parts of the world, because I fear that a lot of students end up making wrong decisions, and after 1 or 2 months they come back to us, and I'm afraid we will not be able to help at all. In fact, it's already late. We are starting our classes on the 1st of August. The students are expected to move into campus in the next 2 weeks. The reason I told Anand that I'm happy to talk to all of you I have a meeting to go just now in the US, but I decided to, I'm in Washington, DC. I decided to be available for this is because it's a matter of career, and in some levels, the anxiety that parents and students have when they have to make this decision to choose is very significant. And unfortunately, if we don't do this right now, we will not be able to do anything later. Next question, Anand.
So now there are questions from, there is an anonymous attendee who is asking, I have joined BA LLB. Can I change it to BCom LLB now in my first semester?
So that's a good question. What I would recommend is, generally, we don't allow these inter-program transfers, but we do have a provisional model whereby if you can send an email to the admissions office that you want to change from BA LLB to BCom LLB, we will be more than happy to consider. but that consideration will happen towards the end of July or sometimes even early August, hopefully before the beginning of the session. I cannot promise you anything, but we can definitely consider it. But honestly, all those changes have no meaning for all the reasons I've just mentioned, right? All of them are identical. So, it's just, it doesn't have any logic for you to change as well. But it's because we are open about it. If it's possible, we may consider it, but it may be possible you won't get a change, but that's still okay for all the reasons I mentioned to you.
So, and of course, I share even my email ID and Mr. Aditya Anand, who is here. So they can be copied. All 3 email ID I will be shared in the chat where you can send such requests.
All right, let's get next questions, Anand.
Next one is about what are the maths related subjects we have to study in 5-year integrated program?
That's a great question. The answer is zero. Zero. So we just sent you the list. There is no maths related subject you have to study in BCom LLB. I just went through the whole thing, right? Look at it. I mean, I went through the whole list. In fact, can you please send this list to the parents?
Yeah, I have already put in the chat and I will be sending it by email.
What is his name? What is the student's name?
Student is actually Arj Krishnan.
Arj Krishnan, I want to give you a piece of advice. You are going to be a lawyer. The first and foremost thing is to pay attention to details. We just completed a session where I told you categorically and gave you evidence that there is no mathematics. And you saw the list of courses and you can see what it is. So I hope your question is answered and your concerns are addressed.
So now there is another question about cutoff of BCom LLB program. So I think this applies to all 3 programs and 60 percentile is the cutoff. So I think I can answer such questions. There is another question about a scholarship. If I have 97 percentile, will we get guaranteed a scholarship? Of course, you will receive a mail also from us. But there is this question I would like you to take, sir, from Sachin Dua, who has asked, what are the advantages and disadvantages of doing LLB from JGLS as compared to a university in European Union, say Spain or the UK? So an LLB from UK or Spain, we service an LLB at JGLS.
Oh,
Sachin Dua has asked this question.
Sachin, it's a very good question, Sachin. I am happy to answer this question, especially for having studied in Europe, in Oxford, and then at Harvard, and then in Hong Kong and other parts of the world. Law, unfortunately, is a highly regulated discipline and also is a regulated profession. So today, more than ever before, there are huge concerns relating to the regulatory aspect of the legal profession. The Bar Council of India has been very progressive in looking at opening up of the legal sector, and they have come up with very, very good regulations for that. However, when it comes to legal education, it's absolutely important for you to recognize that the primary law degree should be from your home jurisdiction. That could, in your case, is India. If you are an American, then it is good for you to study law in America. If you are a Spanish person, it's good to study law in Spanish in Spain. If you're a German, it's good to study law in your home jurisdiction. The reason this is important is that India has become increasingly a global market, both in terms of integration of opportunities and investments. Both Indian companies investing abroad and international companies investing in India. From that standpoint, if you were to get a law degree, it is important for you to get it from India so that you are preparing yourself for those opportunities as well. And as I mentioned to you, the regulatory environment is increasingly becoming difficult for students who end up studying the primary law degree abroad because they will have to fulfill a lot of criteria, lot of, let's say, regulations, maybe even additional examinations and bar course and things like that. So from a regulatory standpoint, from a career opportunity standpoint, from a professional opportunity standpoint, it's an absolute no-go to go abroad for your primary law degree. But there is another reason why you should consider yourself to study law in India, because you need to have a foundational knowledge of a common law system like India. And that will enable you to become a more effective lawyer. And the advantage of being a general is we also are a global law school. That means you have opportunities to study courses that are not only confined to India, but you have a more comparative international and foreign legal learning that is brought into our classrooms because of our international faculty. We have faculty from over 50 countries in the world, full-time faculty, not visiting. Over 50 countries from the world are represented in our faculty. That means we are able to bring these experiences into our classrooms. So if I were you, I will not think even for a moment to consider going abroad. Having said that, going abroad opportunities begin from the end of the first semester onwards. You are eligible to take up student exchange programs, dual degree programs, pathways programs, short-term study abroad programs. We are such a global law school that we have provided opportunities for our students to go and pursue many programs around the world, including in Spain. So in Spain itself, we have programs in Madrid in which our students go to pursue sports law, for example. Sports law is a very important aspect of some of the institutions in Spain, and we have a partnership there. You can do that. Of course, you can go to Harvard and Columbia and Oxford and many other institutions around the world in various capacities. We have a pathways programs with King's College London. Today, we are establishing partnership with American University in Georgetown in Washington, D.C. We have partnership with Indiana University, University of Arizona, and Temple, and many others. So, Anand, I would also suggest that please send them a copy of our international collaborations brochure, which is very specific to law school, not the general one, the one which are law school-based international collaboration, so that students and parents get a sense of what all opportunities are available for them.
Sure, sir. I will get a copy sent. We have uploaded also on our website, but individual emails I will send.
Upload it in the chat box.
Let me try to do that also. I have uploaded the course structure thing.
Oh, but you can send a PDF of that document in the chat box.
Yes, I will. So next is there are questions about a lot of questions about a scholarship, which I will like to handle. But there are students asking about internships and whether college provides, and also
Well, listen
what
to
are
me.
the requirements for exchange programs.
I have made a long-term commitment. We have maintained that we do provide opportunities of internship for our students on a semester-to-semester basis. We have a very dynamic Office of Career Services. We do the career mapping of our students. Internships could range from working with a lawyer to a judge to an intergovernmental organization to a non-governmental organization to a think tank to a research institution to a corporate law firm to in-house counsel's office. There are very many opportunities out there. Our extensive network has enabled our students to be able to get these opportunities. I mean, Anand, you should give the data point. I mean, I am amazed by the fact that a firm like Amarchand Mangaldas is recruiting on an average 50 of our students every year. It's unprecedented, unimaginable, unthinkable. It has never happened in the history of Indian legal education that overwhelmingly a large number of students are being recruited from one law school alone in India. This is quite a compelling story. So we have a great, opportunity for students, and Anand will give you details.
Yes, actually, we have a proper brochure also, which we have.
But nobody reads that. I mean, I must tell you, Anand, our students, unfortunately, parents are very busy. Students don't like reading. So we have to inculcate the habit of reading. Because
Yes.
if they had read the, I mean, why I am a bit slightly disappointed is that if our parents and students had read the note that we sent on the BCom LLB program, we need not have hosted this program at all, because it is so clear. It is so clear, so transparent, so specific, addressing all concerns. So I only hope that people read the brochures, people read the notes, people read the policy notes that we sent.
So now there are some students in this session who are admitted in BA Honors Legal Studies, and they want a transfer or to be considered for BCom LLB. One has asked, which is better, BA Honors Legal Studies or a 5-year law program?
So let me
So,
let me say this. Let me say this for all those students who are pursuing the BA legal studies. You know, you will be so happy at the end of this for several reasons. First of all, we decided to launch the BA Legal Studies program not as a consolation prize for those who did not get into the 5-year law program. If that was our goal, we already had it covered, because there were students joining several of our other undergraduate programs. We were, and I want to share a bit of the history in this. I have been traveling around the country, and I was amazed by three factors. And that is what motivated me to think about this program. First of all, I was amazed by the fact that a large number of young people in the country were deciding to study law without having any deep sense of understanding of what they will end up doing as an outcome of the law degree. They had a very, dim understanding of legal education, and even dimmer understanding of the legal profession. They had little or no family background in law, and hence, but they had peer pressure, and some people said, oh, law is good, you should join. They end up joining the law school in a 5-year program, without carefully thinking about the consequences. I saw that and I felt this is not right. They wanted to know a bit of law, but they were not sure whether they want to become a lawyer. The second thing that I noticed was, in many law schools across the country, after 1 year of studying law, 2 years of studying law, in some cases even 3 years of studying law, young people were wanting to drop out. They feel this is not the right choice that they made. And I won't blame them, because when you're a high school student, you're not sure about what you want to do. But they decided to study law. They've joined the 5-year law program. They are going through the 5-year law program. And when they want to move into another discipline, they have no option, because the 5-year law program is an integrated law program. There is no exit option. If you decide to leave in the 4 years, you don't get anything and you end up losing your 4 years. And I thought that was not fair. We should give an opportunity for students who may want to study law, but not necessarily to become a lawyer. And the third reason was, I saw a number of American law schools, but also other universities around the world, which were providing opportunities for students who were interested to study law, but not necessarily have made up their mind to become a lawyer. They are curious about the study of law. They want to understand law and constitution and what law means to society, but have not yet made up their mind to become a professional lawyer. Unfortunately, in India, there was no such program that was available for these students. This was the rationale and reason for us to launch the BA Legal Studies program, which now has come of age, where some amazing students have quite remarkably chosen to join the BA Legal Studies, even when they had opportunities to join the 5-year law program. And this year is very special. The BA Legal Studies students, we provided an opportunity with a pathway, a guaranteed admission into to a pathway that is available for studying our 3-year LLB program. This year, like other years, but this year is the first year when our batch of BA Legal Studies will be joining our 3-year LLB program as well. I think it's a very important year in which this opportunity is provided. So for all those students who have joined the BA Legal Studies, I want to extend my heartiest congratulations and also to tell you that you have made a fantastic choice and you will have the option to decide whether you want to continue studying law and have the opportunity to study at Jindal in our 3 LLB, or you say, okay, we've experienced Jindal, we want to go to another law school. You can go and study law there in the 3 LLB program, or you can go abroad, or you can say, you know what, I want to take civil service examination. I don't want to pursue law anymore, or I've studied law through this, but this is not what I want to do in my life. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to do public policy. I want to study international relations. I want to do MBA. All those options are available. So for all the BA legal studies students, you can rest assured you have made a fantastic choice.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an elaborate reply. There are a few questions which I will like to take about scholarships and all, but there is a question about from Mr. Lokesh Mudliar, that with over 800 students being onboarded this year, what are the challenges the students will face in getting final placements? And the similar question was from Madhvi Basetti, that how many students receive placements and all.
So the answer is very simple. There are 1,700 law schools in India. And when Jindal, we started off in the year 2009, correct me if I am right, Anand, there were 700 law schools in India in 2009?
Almost 900 in 2009-10.
Okay.
And now it has doubled.
So it has doubled. So in 2009, there were 900 law schools. Now there are over 1,700 law schools. Logically speaking, when Jindal had come at 900, when 900 was already there, the logic should have been, that's a bad idea. How are we going to have placements? Because there are already 900. I am telling you, there is no competition on the top. All competition is at the bottom. Firms, organizations, lawyers, judges, they are looking at bright talent. We have been consistently maintaining that we do not guarantee jobs. We are not a placement agency. What do we guarantee? We guarantee a world-class education for your children. Second, we guarantee a world-class faculty for your children. Third, we guarantee a world-class campus ecosystem for your students. Fourth, we guarantee a world-class international collaboration opportunities. Fifth, we guarantee a world-class internship opportunities. When we guarantee these things, we believe the outcome of that is careers, which can mean many things, including placements as well. So I want to tell you that the opportunities that are going to be available for your children are phenomenal, life-changing, truly transformative. And I sometimes do believe, and I'm saying this not because I've been involved in establishing this institution. Anand and I have talked about it. When we went to universities many years ago, a university like Jindal didn't exist. It would have been a phenomenally different experience of learning if only such institutions exist. It's an absolutely privileged opportunity for our students. The kind of extraordinary learning environment that they are going to be exposed to, you will see it, and you will see it in weeks and months, not years, the change that is going to happen to each one of your child.
So there are more questions, and actually there's a question about what corporate lawyers do. I come from a family where there are no lawyers. So how can I have much information and also access that way?
That's a great question. Let me give you some amazing data point. When I studied law in the year 1994 in Delhi University, most of my classmates, their parents, uncles, aunts, even grandparents were lawyers or judges. That was the dominance. Over 75 to 80% probably have law connection. I'm happy to report that at Jindal today, over 60% or maybe even 70% or more of our students, their parents are not lawyers. They are first generation lawyers. The democratization of legal profession and the opportunities that are available for students, regardless of their family background in law, is the single most amazing feature of law and legal education today. And you will realize it very soon. We are there to provide that support and guidance and mentorship and navigating the students when it comes to their opportunities. All right, Anand, I have off to the
time
American
is
University, where we are building a very important collaboration today. So, and Georgetown. So both are important meetings. So I'm leaving now, but it's an absolute delight for me to say hello to all the students and the parents. All I can say is the BCom LLB students who are out there having an offer and waiting, please don't wait anymore. If you, I can tell you that within a few weeks, let alone months, you would have changed your mind and would be wanting to join the BCom LLB, but I'm afraid we will not have seats, nor will have the policy and regulatory possibility to be admitted into our program. Please do not make a huge blunder that you will regret in the future. I have no other words to say other than say it in such a blunt manner, in a candid manner, because every year we face this challenge where in the middle of August or in the third week of August or sometimes in early September, students and parents come to us to enroll in the BCom LLB program, and we simply neither have the seats nor have the ecosystem to enroll. So please take your decision, and not tomorrow, but today, so that you are able to fulfill your dream and aspiration to become a law graduate of the 5-year law program at Jindal Global Law School.
Thank you so much, sir. I will take few more questions. Bye. And thanks a lot for joining us.
And Anand, I will be in the campus from the last week of July. So as and when parents and students are coming in, please tell them that I'm available to meet up. I would love to say hello to them, shake hands with them, and greet them, and to convey my best wishes in person from the last week of July. And this year, we have the commencement lecture by Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Justice Suryakant will be the future Chief Justice of India, a very distinguished judge and a jurist. He has accepted our invitation, and he will be addressing, I think, on 31st. What date is that?
I think it's after first.
No, you should send.
I will share the invitation.
The program. I already circulated that. Please share that invitation. Abhay Oja and Aditya Anand, please circulate the invitation that I had already sent to all of you regarding the commencement lecture by Justice Suryakant. I would like
we'll do that.
To what date is that, Abhay? You remember the date?
Yeah, it's 30th, sir. 30th July.
So 30th July, Justice Suryakant will be on campus. It's a Sunday. You would have already moved into the campus, and he is going to speak to the first-year students. I mean, what an honor. I never got to hear a future Chief Justice, a current sitting judge of the Supreme Court of India, to speak about law and legal opportunities and legal careers. So once again, congratulations, and I look forward to welcoming each one of you.
Thank you so much, sir. So that 24th June, all of them will join the campus. 24th, we are inviting them.
And all these students, give them all these. See, I feel very bad that they are all misguided and misled about the BCom LLB program. People still think they have mathematics to study, and then there's no banking to study. All three formats, banking is a compulsory course. These are all nuances which people don't know. and they end up making, see, imagine if you rely upon inaccurate facts or fake news in deciding and determining your choices, then your decision will also be wrong. So we have a responsibility, Anand, to share them all relevant information and to help them make the right decision.
Sure, sir. Absolutely. So,
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you,
Have a
Abhay. Thank
great
you,
day
Mr.
ahead.
Anand. Thank you so much for all of you to put together this, interaction.
Thank you, sir.
So now I will like to take few questions which are important. And one is about payment of hostel fees. Misha Kapoor has just asked this question. So all the admitted students have been sent the link. Those whose admission was a little later, or if you have not checked your email, we will be sending a mail again to pay your hostel fee. But you be assured that whoever has secured admission in Jindal Global Law School, they have to join the hostel, and we will ensure that you get the link, you pay the hostel fee, and it's an automated manner. We have a large student housing administration and the warden office, and of course the GHS, the Good Host Services, which manages our hostels. So they allocate the rooms in a, I will say, a pre-decided and scientific manner, and you will just collect the keys when you come on 24th at the time, given to you. So on 24th, when you come to campus, your only job is to collect the hostel key, your room key, and join the hostel. Thank you, Ava, for sharing, these files in the group. There is a question about the PDF of semester-wise course list. It's already available on JGLS website. We will get it sent as well for all 3 programs. There is a parent question asking, as a parent, this is really concerning that such a reputed college cannot guarantee placements of a child in law school. So I will like to take this question in a way, even if you go to Harvard Law School or Oxford or Cambridge Law Faculty to study law, the universities and law schools are not guaranteeing or assuring placements or jobs to anyone. No good university, good institution does that. Anyone who does that, I will be seriously doubting such an institution, which is saying we are giving jobs or we are. That is not what universities are meant for. As our Vice Chancellor said, we will ensure the highest quality of education and exposure and international collaboration, learning through that. And of course, when you spend 5 years in this kind of, I will say, a higher education ecosystem, you are going to transform in this process. And after 5 years, whatever field you choose, many students I know personally who do not even sit for what you are talking about for placements. They do not sit for that. There are many students who do not even respond to our Office of Career Services emails. They have their own plans. 70 graduates of Jindal Global Law School this year have joined world's top institutions for higher studies. They have gone to Harvard Law School, they have gone to Stanford, they have gone to UC Berkeley, to NYU, to Columbia, they have gone to Cambridge, Oxford, London School of Economics, King's College London, University of Sydney, Melbourne. Only this year, I mean, in some institutions, they are almost 5 or 6 in numbers. Every year, those 70 students don't care about what placement is being offered or what jobs and all that. They have decided that they will go for higher studies in world's top institutions. And of course, many of them actually build international careers. A lot of our graduates today, they are not just working in the Amarchand Mangaldas, what our Vice Chancellor told. They are actually working in firms like Latham and Watkins and Baker McKenzie and Voight Case, and some of the world's largest law firms. And not in one country or jurisdiction. They are working in United States, in Canada, in Germany, in United Kingdom, in UK. There are some 100 of our alumni working now. They're working in Singapore, Hong Kong, UAE, around the world. And I mean, it's like in Toronto, we are going to do our alumni meet in the coming weeks. And I mean, some 50 lawyers from Jindal are now working in Toronto and and most of them are members of the Ontario Bar. And some of them work in some of the biggest Canadian law firms like Fasken and others. So when you give good education, when you are giving like the finest education possible in the country, in the field of law, the students who are receiving it, they are in a way transformed to achieve whatever they want to achieve. So this law is a profession. It's not like a degree or a diploma. Say like, I mean, say, for example, a hotel management diploma or an MBA degree, which are primarily meant to, enable a student to get jobs in the market. Law is not like that. Our students are now judges. They have become, I mean, got rank 1 and rank 2 in Delhi Judicial Services exam. There are quite a few judges in even Rajasthan, in Haryana, in Punjab, in many states. Even we do not have all the record of all the students who have qualified judicial exams. Oh, they have not, I mean, it's not a placement process. 2 of our graduates topped the Judge Advocate General JAG exam recently. There are students who are actually 2 graduates, I remember, of our 15 batch who did not participate in the campus placements, but ended up building a brand called Sleepy Owl Coffee, which is now, I mean, they are entrepreneurs, they are businessmen, they have set up, they have created a business from the scratch after their law degree. So good education, a good degree in law empowers students for a lot of things. And I want to see our students in the future parliament of this country, in the Supreme Court and the High Courts. It's not just about getting your first job. So I hope I answered your question. At the same time, we have a strong Office of Career Services. We have relationships with every major law firm in this country and a lot of firms around the world. We have a proper MOU with 15 leading law firms in India and other parts of the world. And they actually recruit our students. They provide internships as well. And every student is provided at least 9 internships in 5 years. I mean, one of the internship could be converted in a PPO or a placement as well. So Ashir Sagar is asking about environment and atmosphere of the campus, as my parents are a bit worried. So, whatever worries you have, a lot of them are also inspired by rumors and sometimes even false information floated in media and elsewhere. Because Jindal Global Law School, since 2009, when it started, it has met with that kind of skepticism and sometimes even negative, ideas of people around. But those who know JGLS, you should ideally speak to one of our alumni, or you speak to some person who is, I will say, an experienced person in law and judiciary or academia, maybe some Supreme Court or High Court judge, some senior advocate, some vice chancellor or law school dean. You will be in a position to know correctly about the university. The best way is to visit the university. The atmosphere, I will say, it's of course, being a university is a liberal place, but it's a very, very secured campus. And when students and faculty members are on campus, it could probably be one of the most vibrant campuses anywhere in our country. Only few premier institutions like IITs or like leading medical schools or leading 2-3 law schools, I can say, which could have a similar kind of campus experience in terms of activities going on, in terms of the student presence and vibrance which is on campus when the semester is on. I'm actually sitting in one of the conference rooms, and the campus is all empty. There is no student on campus, and I can see what it becomes when nobody is there. Because I have visited a lot of universities and law schools in India, and even a particular institution in London as well, where I spent some 10 days on their campus, as a part of an Erasmus program. And I have no doubt in saying we are more vibrant and better than even some of the major UK law schools. I mean, of course, we cannot make Sonipat London, but this campus is nowhere less than what the students experience in, say, King's College or Queen Mary University London or many other universities around the world. So don't worry about the atmosphere. So Ashir, you should visit the university. You should bring your parents here, and they will also, they can spend some time and see the place and everything. I think our time is up, but this is a question about a scholarship. I actually decided to answer all scholarship questions. So to a student who is not getting a scholarship based on LSAT score, is the student eligible in the future years? The answer is yes. You can apply for a scholarship in second year, third year, fourth year, even fifth year of the law school based on your academic performance. The admission dean office, the admissions office has no role to play in this, but you have to apply through the scholarship dean office of the Jindal Global Law School, and the scholarships are available from second year onwards on the basis of your academic performance in the first year, and I mean, likewise. So now another question, there was a student asking that I took admission on January LSAT score, but I got 97 percentile in the June score. So you be assured, we consider higher of the two scores. If you have taken both LSAT exam, higher of the two scores will only be considered for scholarship purpose. You will receive an email relating to submitting a scholarship form if you have not submitted yet, and also to upload the parental ITR. So basically for a scholarship, only eligibility is you should have secured more than 80 percentile in LSAT India exam, and your annual parental income should be less than 30 lakh rupees. So that you have to provide an evidence through the income tax returns or Form 16 or other kind of salary certificates recognized by the government. So Yashashwini is asking about whether parents need to accompany us on 24th July. Not mandatory. Parents are welcome to accompany you and, to drop you here. But primarily, it's the students who will come and who will collect their room keys. Maybe some documents could be verified. I mean, it's just a preliminary screening, because you will be uploading everything before coming to campus. So there will be no document verification as such. That will be done after you join and settle in the campus. So on 24th July, you have to collect the room key and join the hostel. That is the only major thing you will be doing. So parents can drop you, they can spend some time, and after that they can leave. Even if you are coming without, parents accompanying you, that is also fine. University is, I mean, I understand undergraduate students are generally accompanied by their parents, but many postgraduate students I have seen, they come alone, students in our LLM program and 3-year LLB program, and they just come and join the hostels. So it all depends. If you are comfortable to bring your parents, it will be great. I wish more and more parents would come and see the campus and also drop you as a so. So Mr. Vishal Kapoor has asked a question about can we do a campus visit when we come to drop ourselves? You can do a campus visit, but you have to do it on your own because a large number of students will be joining on that day. And for 30 minutes or a little more, you can be allowed to, come inside and spend. So for campus visit, if you really want to do an elaborate campus visit, I will say Monday to Saturday, you can plan any day and you can have a good campus tour. You can have lunch. You can spend some time seeing all the facilities and everything. And on 24th, you have to look at the campus on your own. Parents are actually allowed to even go to a student housing also on that day if they want to help their student in settling down, because after that, generally they are limited to the parents' lounge, which is at the main gate when they come to meet the students. How will we upload the document? It's a good question, Myra. We will be sending you a link to upload. That's not sent yet. Within this week, you will receive a link where you have to upload all the documents before joining. So I think our time is up. And the question about a scholarship, there was another question that I have got 95 percentile. Is a scholarship guaranteed? Of course, it is guaranteed if your annual parental income is less than 30 lakh rupees. So that is the main, requirement to be eligible to receive scholarships. And I think we have answered most of the questions. There is a question from an anonymous attendee. I have been offered 3-year BA Legal Studies. Do I get offer for a 5-year program? So I would like to tell you, if you have been offered 3-year BA Legal Studies, that means your LSAT score is less than 60 percentile. And the cutoff of 5-year law program remains 60 percentile only this year. So you should be pursuing the 3+3 pathway, which Vice Chancellor also, very emphatically, he recommended that program. And in 3 years, you get your first degree and a lot of options. So there is no need of looking for, the 5-year BCom LLB, or there is no need even to think about I will say mediocre or average law schools just because you are getting maybe a 5-year program there. Because it's important to choose the right institution, choose the best possible academic institution where you secure admission and which you can afford. So I think I have answered all the questions, and we can actually close the session. And for any more questions or anything, you all, when you receive your offer of admission, you receive a list of admission officers to whom you can speak to and ask your questions, take guidance from, and even they will be happy to organize your campus visit and everything. Regarding choosing your roommates, after coming to campus, you can make such requests to the warden's office. And otherwise, it is all done in a pre-decided, automated manner. And very intelligently, if you are coming from, say, Chennai, you'll find a roommate from Delhi or another roommate from, say, Kolkata. You are coming from Kolkata, your roommates will, mostly won't be from Kolkata or West Bengal. We try to put you with a student from, say, Ranchi, or a student from, say, Jammu and Kashmir. Actually, the class in JGLS receive a student from every state and union territory of this country. So even as smallest places, Andaman and Nicobar, from Sikkim, from every Northeast state, there are students coming from all over. So you should leave that to the university administration. If you face any difficulty, of course, the warden office immediately, resolves that and even considers to change your room or considers to change your roommates as well. They also allow, if two students are willing to stay together and they both apply together to the wardens generally allow the same room as well. So these things are done after you join the campus. So no need to worry about it. This is a good question from Vanshika. Will the tuition fee remain same for all 5 years? Yes, that's true. Tuition fee remains same for all 5 years. Though university has reserved the right to increase 10% any year, but in the history of the university, last 14 years, I am there for 12 years. Never ever tuition fees have been increased. It remains same all 5 years. You graduate with the same fee, what you have joined. The hostel charges are usually, some 5 to 10% increase is done because of inflationary and other regions. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And I will like to invite you to visit the university. Please plan a visit whenever you get time. 24th anyway, all the students who have joined the UZ program, you are going to join the campus. I will be delighted to see the campus back to life again, because right now it looks like a dull and absolutely uninteresting place to be in. I wish this time moves fast and you all come and join the university soon. So thank you so much. Have a great evening ahead.